Hello everybody, how you doing? This is Alec Guy today coming to you from 22nd Street Landing. Today we are going on another night trip. We are doing an overnight trip on the Amigo out of 22nd Street, like I mentioned. We're loading here in just about a few minutes, probably about 8:30. It's about 8 o'clock now. We're lined up, got ourselves signed in, ready for some excitement on the Dorado. Hopefully we're gonna get on some Dorado. Hopefully we're gonna get on some bluefin, maybe, who knows. Yellowtail, I even heard that yellowfin are even coming in. Water temperatures like 75 degrees. It's been pretty crazy since it's been so hot here lately. We've been going through a heat wave, so hopefully we'll get on some fish. I'll bring it all to you later. Take care. I actually got off to a quick start, about 9 o'clock or so. Just coming outside the area, and heading towards the bait barge. It's the Amigo, so 22nd Street. A little bit different things here, a little bit different here. Saw downstairs, kitchen area, we're eating at, the general sleeping conditions. Those bunks are pretty small, I'm not gonna lie, especially the bottom ones are slanted on the back. I'll try to give out some more details on that later on, just so you know how things are on this boat if you do decide to come on an overnight to figure out, to see what you're in for, so you can kind of plan for it. The front of the boat is like immaculate. The thing's beautiful. You see where everybody's at. It's a gorgeous boat altogether, but it only holds like about 15 people. Really, the bunks, I think there was about 3, 6, 9, 12, or 15 or so. 15 or 16 bunks, and that's it. I didn't see any electrical outlets either, so that might be a problem. And then there's an emergency hatch down there as well. So we'll come back with some more information. Good morning, everybody. This is the morning we've all been waiting for. We're heading out to go and find our first patch of kelp. Allegedly, it's been a ton of Dorado just kind of cruising around. Day before, they were catching just absolute limits for everybody on the boat. It's a really beautiful day out. It's a bit foggy this morning, but we're still going to look for it. The bait's huge. The sardines are giant. We're using 1/0 hooks, which is still kind of small for that size bait. And I'm using a 1/0 circle hook. I've got 3 setups actually on board right now. I've got a 15-pound setup with my Alexa 400. I'll talk about all my gear later on. And then I've got a all the way up to a 30-pound fluorocarbon top leader with my pen. But looking forward to getting on some fish. Hopefully we got some high hopes here. So hope we're not let down. We're gonna go for Dorado and yellowtail. So overall, the bunks downstairs were kind of cramped. Kind of weird situation there. They got 15 bunks on the Amigo, so make sure that if you're going to be coming on, that you don't put more than that, because people are sleeping in the galley. It's the seats there are not that long. So, anyways, any luck, we're going to get on some fish, and we're going to record it all and see what we got going on. Take care, everybody. Bye. Follow me. Yeah, I'm corner. Come over here. I cannot hold that. Keep turning. I cannot. Turn it, a little more. Go. Get around. I gotta get over you. I'm under you. Turn the handle. In the water. Go under. Quick, go under. Right here.
We need to be following our lines here. We're going to have nothing but danger.
Please pull.
Right in front of you at all times. Right in front of you here.
Right on. Go. You gotta go. Oh, got it. Holy moly! Gaff, gaff!
Follow him down, guys.
What am I doing wrong, dude?
I got it.
Okay.
They do that all the time.
Keep it down.
Am I under you?
Oh, he's over.
Come back here, come back here.
They're trying to get together, Nick.
This one's a tough one.
Right here, Nick.
Oh, it's a nice size. Ow.
Come on under.
This one's a fighter. Oh my god.
Under you. Oh, jeez. Oh my god.
Stay up to the rail. Stay up on the rail. You gotta pull. Come on over. Come on.
Here, put a 16 on it.
Leave him in the water. Leave him in the water. I can't stick him on. It's vertical.
Alright. Whew. Another side. Another nice one.
Well, however you decide. Just what's going on. The best way you know how.
Oh, it's a big one.
Wow, that's nice.
Look at that one. Jesus.
Guys, if you're not bent within a minute or two, line them up, straight it out, recast.
God, he was spitting bait out.
Huh?
You just spit 2 sardines out of his mouth, big Joe.
Damn, that's a big one.
I'm not bringing one down. Dog got a big one.
Jeez.
Put your thumb on the floor.
No, I was gonna.
Tighten it.
I was gonna click. Got it.
God damn it.
Ah! Ah!
Yes, I do, Don.
Jesus Christ, is that heavy?
Get over the top, Woodrum. Get over the top, Woodrum.
Watch that hatch, guys.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh. Yeah. That's a pretty big one, right? Good size?
Number?
8. Oh, that one fly. Gaff, gaff.
What's that? Come on. Yeah, that's freedom and Rico bought the Apollo. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah, I made
Oh. If I'm doing something wrong, you let me know, okay, man? I don't know.
Good bit, buddy. Good bit. Wine. Get him down. Told you. All you gotta do is cast out. Flame out, alright? Nice and easy. Fucking hey. Step up to the rail so you can see what you're doing. Stop right there, just wait. Right on there. Put it right there. John, thank you. You're welcome. Oh, he's on the reel. Yeah. What are you going to deal with, Dad? Whoa, 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 whoa. Mark, start hooking it hand. Porque ya no vas a agarrar con esto. ¿Por qué crees que unos agarramos y otros no?
Turn those 8.
Whoa, came right off. Keep rocking straight out and down, Lord. Right there. Push up. Push up, push up. Don't lift them out of the water, eh? Ow! Guys, you got pretty cool. You got there? Another gap right there. Right here.
Another beauty. This is the area for the cold freeze. After we were catching all the fish, they're putting in this container and they're counting it as they're putting it down below. It's been in my hands. It's a crazy day of the fish. So after they bring it out of the hatch at the bottom, they kind of just line it up over here and they just start cutting it up and separating it by people's numbers, dropping it into the plastic bags that they got over here. Kind of Kind of sucks. You're never able to actually take a picture of all the fish you catch, but it is what it is. There's tons of fish out here, so it would really take forever if you were to do that. But they're processing all the fish now and flaying it all up, basically any which way you want. They have the whiteboard there. They went around and asked. They're sitting there processing it all up now. So it was a crazy day. We woke up in the morning, probably about, I don't know, 6 o'clock. It was kind of foggy outside. Captain had a chance to go and look around. We're looking for all kinds of patties. They have these binoculars. I'll talk more about it later on. I learned how they actually scope things out. They actually have stationary binoculars. I can see 10 miles away here. Pretty crazy, so they can count the fish. Then they had 2 other deckhands on with binoculars that were scouting, looking for kelp patties. And then they approached kelp patties, and we fished it for like maybe 2 to 5 minutes just to see if there's anything on them. They knew when they were on them real quick when the fish were actually jumping up and down. So it's pretty obvious when the kelp patties are really active. We start getting on them. Dorado are everywhere. They're just swimming right next to the boat, and just like an aquarium or something, you just look down and there's these beautiful fish just like swimming all around the boat. They're everywhere, and it's basically like sight fishing these fish. But a lot of times, fresh bait. #1 rule: fresh bait, cast it out, try to get away from the boat. Maybe if you can get like 20 feet, 30 feet, that's probably the best if you can move it out there just to kind of catch the bigger ones, the ones that are more active that you can't see just right there next to the boat. Couple tips. #1, bring a lot of hooks. These guys cut, and Dorados, when they come up, they are active. They are just bouncing all up and down the deck. They're crazy fish and they're heavy. So if there's an active bite and the deckhands are moving and gaffing everything, they're bringing it onto the boat. These things are just like jumping all over the place. As the deckhands are likely just to cut the line and just have your hook embedded inside the fish. So you just gotta go through. I went through like a pack and a half of hooks. So make sure you're bringing hooks. Size today was most successful for me was a 25-pound fluorocarbon leader. I know a lot of people were talking about that. Doesn't really matter about the braid backing in the background. I was using a 50-pound. And then about a 1/0, I was using circle hooks. I had far more successful circle hooks. Actually, all my fish were caught on circle hooks. I did use a fly liner, 1/0, 2/0 at one point just to see what it was about. I was not able to get them, so I was really successful with circle hooks. That's just me. I'm not very comfortable with fly lining, so it's just that's just the way I was doing it. And we limited out. It was awesome. The bites on these fish are strong, man. They're not. It's weird because they're not like the yellowtail. Yellowtail seem to be like much more smooth or something, and much more like a regular bite. These fish like go crazy. So and they're strong. They just point their head in the other direction and they just pump. And they take a lot of drag, so just make sure you're equipped. You want to use something that's got a really strong drag, and don't come out here with any kind of like bass reel or something that these fish will pull right on you. Also, don't come out here with probably using maybe the smaller stuff. Use 15-pound if you got to get away with it, but they're chewing through. They have like these little teeth in there, so they will saw you off and take your hook also. So be aware of that. And be careful because again, these fish are active. When they come up on the deck, they are all over the place. So you just gotta be careful what people are doing in back of you, what the deckhands are doing at the gaffs. Make sure that you're realizing kind of what's going on until the fish gets into the board and they staple your number to it and they put it in. So all in all, it's a crazy trip. Caught my first Dorado here, and I was actually part of this legendary fishing that's been going on this year with Dorado. So it was ultimately a hell of a time. Thanks to Turner's Rod, Real Club, active club member. I really enjoy it. And this is a charter from them, the Amigo, out of 22nd Street Landing. So it was 15 people on board. You guys saw the quarters. I'll show you the quarters. Hopefully I probably already did. And what the boat's about. But so far it's good. I'll have some more afterthoughts and show you my actual gear just now. Hey everybody, it's Alakai. I'm back. Wow, what a trip that was, right? I'm here to talk to you just a little bit about some of the gear I use. I'm going to be doing another video that's more in depth, but I just did want to talk to you really quick about the stuff that I was successful with, what I was not really successful with. Let's talk about the rod and reel combo first of all. This is my Daiwa Proteus. It's rated 15 to 40. It's kind of a thinner rod. It's a little bit firm. It's a little bit stiff, but it does a great job. You see me pulling in all kinds of stuff with this thing. It's paired up with the Daiwa Lexa 400 with 50-pound braid. This right here did a great job in hooking up the fish, but I had a heck of a time actually reeling them in. The Dorado are actually, they don't fight as in tug and crazy, but they are like very bullish, and they just want to they pull and pull and pull. So They're not jerky, but they do come out of the water. And for some reason, this one had a little bit of a hard time with it. I'm sure if I stuck with it, it would have been fine. But this rating of a rod was a little bit light, in my opinion. Along with that kind of mindset, this is my CalStar 278H deckhand style. Again, rated 15 to 40. It's got a nice loose tip on the top. It's great for, this is my live bait rig all the time, my fly lining rig. It's paired up with a Shimano Trinidad TN14. Again, my live bait set up with 50-pound Max Quattro braid. And this was a little bit loose also. I actually feel like I was pulling my arm, and I was pulling on this thing a lot. Got a full bend in that rod. At some point I was worried about high sticking. As I crank down, I was kind of just like pulling it up and heaving it a little bit. But the Dorado are not that far out. They're actually really close to the boat, so you don't need to go and cast it very far out there. You just need to kind of get closer. So in that thought, I just switched over to this one. This is my main rod, pretty much my most used rod. This is a Californian 2560. It's 809H. And again, 25 to 60 rated. It's a tri-helix, so it's got a mixed blend of graphite, carbon graphite, and fiberglass. So it's a mix, all interwoven. And I use this with a Penn Fathom 25 NLD2, and most of the people here know that I use that setup a lot for my bottom rigs, right? So my double dropper loop, this is my main go-to setup for all of that. But I felt like with that setup, the 2560, a little bit stiffer, I was able to use the rod more to bring in the fish and kind of leverage out the fish a little bit more, just get a little bit better lift on it. So it was a little bit easier on my back. I'm still sore. It's a day after, and I'm still really sore. My fingers were chopped up and everything, but I had a great time, of course. A 25 NLD2 had enough drag to hold the fish down and make sure I got them up there, to make sure I was able to pull it into the boat. If you don't have a 25 NLD2, I feel like the Avid MXJ would have been just fine as well. Just crank it down on this thing and just be able to pull them in. They do pull. They are a pretty heavy fish, so just make sure you have the right equipment and you're not using kind of too light gear. The hooks of choice was I was using three different types actually. The Owner fly liner setups, which I was using a 1/0 and 2/0 hooks. I didn't like those things. I don't like J hooks when I'm using fly line bait. I'm just not good with it yet or something, but I actually do prefer circle hooks. And the go-to hooks was a 1/0 Mutu hybrid, was a hybrid hook. So I ran out of 1/0s, 2/0s, 3/0s, and 2 and 1s. So I didn't actually have a lot of those combinations, but the Mutu hybrids are the way to go for those circle hooks when you're on the road, when you're out there looking for them. Another thing, guys, carry fluorocarbon with you. 25-pound was the right test. At one point, I wanted to try heavier, so I put 40-pound. They stopped biting it. They would not bite it. I could not get on a fish. I went down to 30-pound. I got bites, but not nearly as much as I got for 25-pound. 25-pound is the right combination for the fish I was fishing at off the coast of Southern California there. And paired up with that hybrid 1/0 was the right way to go. So if you're looking for the combination, there you go. It's a Penn Fathom NLD2 paired up with a 809H rod. That's 25 to 60, 50-pound braid. That's got, I think, Max Quattro or something on there. Use 25-pound fluorocarbon leader with a Mutu hybrid 1/0 hook. And sardines, I was just nose hooking them. No need to get fancy with the collar hooking, the butt hooking, anything like that. Just get it out there, and the Dorado are hitting it. So hopefully you had a good time. Thanks for watching this epic trip. It was awesome. Caught some really nice stuff. The biggest fish was 13.13. I ended up catching my limits and just had a great time with all together. So please consider, if you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. And we'll talk to you next time. And I'm going to be going more in depth into how to fish these things. But for the most part, I covered everything in here. Take care, everybody. See you later.